Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Police disrupt Bring Back Our Girls rally in Abuja as members gather to commemorate 4th anniversary of the abduction of the female students from Chibok, Borno State. UNICEF calls for security of schools, especially in the northeast, says more than 1,000 children abducted by insurgents, including the Chibok girls. Panel begins investigation into statement by former Defense Minister General T.Y. Danjuma accusing the military of complicity in the armed herders attacks. And the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warns about dangers of escalating over Syria, says Cold War era is back. ChannelsTV.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news and updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an Eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu, and then follow the instructions. Now here are some pictures, and let's begin with this video from Iyanokpaja area of Lagos State, showing the passing out parade of the 2017 batch. That's members of the National Youth Service Corps. Our Eyewitness reporter claims this is the first ceremony since it was stopped a few years ago. She commends both the Corps members and the NYSC officials for their dedication to their country. Next is this video from Ladipo in Ikeja, the Lagos state capital, of this drain being distilled. The video shows the heap of refuse being removed from the drainage, but on one side of the drainage there's still more filth lying in the drain. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the whole drain cleared to prevent floods when the rains begin. And here's one from Bende, local government area of Abia State, showing a fallen electricity pole on a residential building. Our Eyewitness reporter says the house belongs to a widow and wants men of the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to fix the pole and repair the house. And finally is this image of an overloaded vehicle which was impounded by men of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. Our Eyewitness reporter is impressed with this effort by the Corps and wants them to do more. That's a lot of luggage there. Thanks a lot for all your pictures, and do keep them coming. Let's take a look at the anti-corruption fight now. The federal government has been explaining the different categories of payment for whistleblowers who assist in the recovery of stolen funds. The chairman of the Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, Professor Ishesage, explains that no whistleblower can get paid higher than the targeted 5% earmarked by the government as the incentive package. He, however, noted that payments can be lower than 5%. The whistleblower policy, which was launched in December 2016, is aimed at tackling corruption in the management of government resources.
The public seems to be fixated on 5%. But in fact, 5% is the maximum. It can be as little as 1%, depending on the amount of money involved. There's a sliding rule. If it is an extremely large amount, just like the $43 million recovery, then the whistleblower cannot receive more than 2.5% and may even go down to as little as 1%.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has lost the bid to seize funds in 15 bank accounts linked to the wife of the former president, Mrs. Patience Jonathan. The funds which the EFCC sought to seize include a total of $8.4 million and over 7.3 billion naira. Justice Mojisola Olatoregun ruled that the issue was already subject of litigation before two other judges, Justice Binta Murtala Nyako and Justice John Toho, both of the Federal High Court, Abuja. She consequently struck out the Commission's ex parte application for the seizure of the funds. The judge further condemned what she described as the EFCC's act of forum shopping and running from court to court, saying it's an abuse of court process to file similar cases in different divisions of the court. Staying with legal matters, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has given the Senate and its leadership 7 days within which to respond to a suit challenging its investigation of Senator Ovie Omo-Agege. The lawmaker representing Delta Central Senatorial District has been suspended for 90 days after he was investigated for accusing the Senate of targeting President Muhammadu Buhari in a proposed electoral law amendment. Senator Omo-Agege had approached the court, asking it to stop the Senate from implementing the report of its Committee on Ethics and Privileges, which investigated the comments he made in February. In his ruling, Justice Nnamdi Dimba declared that the time for the defense to file their response to the motion had been abridged, with an assurance that the matter would be given accelerated hearing. He then adjourned the case to April the 27th for hearing on the application. Now, workers and organized labor in Enugu have declared their support of a second term in office for Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi's administration. According to the unions, prompt payment of salaries, inclusiveness in government, and the judicious use of funds have earned him their respect. Governor Ugwuanyi described their support as unprecedented, giving them the assurance of his commitment to work out an improved welfare package.
Hundreds of labor union members marching through the streets of Enugu. As you would expect from Nigerians, they are here to make demands, but not the usual kind, as they march to Michael Okpara Square in a mega rally to support Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi for a second term in office. It coincides with the governor's arrival. The union leaders make their speeches of support.
For over 8 years or 10 years, it was difficult to hold local government election in Enugu State. But when you came in, just when you came in, that election was conducted without rancor and bitterness.
They also indicate that he can count on their votes.
We have gathered here today to confer our collective endorsement of Your Excellency as the organized labor's candidate for the 2019 general election for governorship in Enugu State.
Governor Ugwuanyi is appreciative of this gesture, promising improved conditions and welfare packages for the workers.
This is a truly overwhelming and amazing rally, and we thank you sincerely for this great honor and for the massive goodwill and cooperation that you have continued to accord us since the inception of this administration. We want to assure you that by the grace of God and with your support, we will continue to succeed in our efforts to transform Enugu State and ensure that our collective aspiration as a state and as a people are fully attained.
It appears the labor unions who wield great influence with the workers in Enugu are on the governor's side, and support of this sort may strengthen confidence in his popularity to secure another tenure as governor of Enugu State when the elections are held in 2019.
Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Gloria Umezoke. Gloria.
Hello, Ijoma.
Hi.
The senator representing Kaduna Central, Shehu Sani, has dismissed a summons by police authorities in Kaduna State, naming him as a person of interest in an alleged murder case. Senator Sani describes the summons as an attempt to smear his reputation and silence him. On his Twitter handle, the lawmaker says, and I quote, "Those who abuse power by thinking that they can use security forces to set us up in order to silence us or tarnish our reputation have taken on the wrong person. They will always fail as they usually do," unquote. The Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State, Mr. Austin Iwa, had written to the senator asking him to appear at the command headquarters in Kaduna for questioning on April the 30th. He explained that Senator Sani needed to answer questions regarding an alleged case of criminal conspiracy and culpable homicide. In addition, the senator would also be questioned regarding an exhibit audio CD in which his name was mentioned by the principal suspect. To health matters now, the Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, is worried about the level of cancer fatalities in the country. Professor Adewale expressed his concerns today at the launch of the federal government's National Cancer Control Plan for 2018 to 2022 in Abuja. According to the health minister, the plan will create awareness on the dangers and treatment of the disease and help to address every aspect of cancer management. The plan, he says, includes prevention, early detection through regular screening, early treatment, intervention, palliative care, and pain control.
I'm proud to inform you that the Cancer Control Plan is a product of extensive cross-sectoral collaboration involving government, public health professionals and physicians in academia, bilateral and multilateral organizations and civil societies. I'm optimistic that the diligent operationalization of this plan will blaze the trail for an effective cancer control initiative in our country. The aim is a sustainable cancer care and treatment funding mechanism to provide sufficient protection so that no household is impoverished because of the need to care for or treat a cancer patient. The ideal way of providing such protection is by incorporating a risk-sharing plan whereby the cost of incurring cancer care and treatment expenditure does not fall solely on an individual household. Currently, government has undertaken the following steps to make cancer care and treatment affordable to our people. These include providing needed infrastructural base for cancer treatment, including making sure that relevant healthcare professionals needed are employed and trained in our tertiary hospitals. Without the relevant specialists and other supporting staff, we may not go far enough in treating cancer. Government is also funding the much needed equipment such as diagnostic equipment, CT, MRI, and laboratory facilities, and radiotherapy machines.
Meanwhile, the Kaduna state government says it is enlisting the support of at least 17,000 village heads to assist in the house-to-house immunization campaign against childhood diseases. They've also been asked to help tackle security challenges in their various domains. At a joint press conference in Kaduna, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Paul Dogo, said the strategic position of village heads make them invaluable in government's quest to effectively cover the entire state in immunization of children.
That I would have given my younger self in my entrepreneurial adventure. Secondly,
government will prevent diseases, particularly in children, by strengthening routine immunization. Because when he came into government, the infant mortality, as reported from DHS 2013, was 115 per 1,000 live births, and under 5 mortality of 180 per 1,000 live births. And most of these deaths occur from vaccine-preventable diseases. And one of the most plausible things to do was to strengthen routine immunization in the state, and that involved quite a number of things, ensuring that we fill in the gaps in cold chain equipment so that whatever vaccines we're delivering to our children are potent and will truly immunize them against these killer diseases. A lot has been done.
When the news at 10 returns, shake-up at the Securities and Exchange Commission as Minister of Finance approves appointment of new Acting Director General for Commission. That's in business news. Please join us again.